Oh, that's not right. That's a little better. Little better. There we go. That's the stuff. That's professionalism. We're professionals here.
Super professional.
You're not Kellen.
I'm not Kellen. No, I'm not. I hope that's okay with everybody.
I mean, it's okay with me.
Oh, that's true. You did invite me.
That's what matters, right?
Right. That is true. That is true.
I guess everyone could unsubscribe if they really, really wanted to be spiteful, but I don't think they will.
That a good question though? Like, what does it take for you to actually like unsubscribe from like a YouTube channel or like unfollow somebody on TikTok or like you know, like who's done something so wrong to you to earn
I'll unfollow anyone on TikTok for almost any reason.
You're the anomaly.
I've unfollowed several of our friends recently because of horrible tag abuse. You know, I think I've refollowed everybody so far, but
okay, that's good. That's good. That's good.
I don't know, whatever.
All right. I'll try not to abuse any tags.
So hi, BJ. Welcome.
Thank you, Brad. It's great to be here tonight.
It's going to be a good time. Going to talk about video games.
That's just we are.
I stopped playing Biomutant so I could do this and talk about video games with you. Oh, it's a weird game. It's very weird.
I don't know. What is Biomutants?
Biomutant it came out yesterday? I don't know, a couple days ago.
Okay.
You're like almost a raccoon, but like not quite. You're like an indescript bipedal creature that's sort of raccoon-ish.
Okay.
But everything is mutated. It's like post-apocalyptic. You know, you got weird psychic powers that you can get. It's all very, very strange.
Okay. I feel like it's
like an open world sort of adventure RPG thing.
Oh, I'd be into that. That sounds fun.
It's fun so far, but it's also weird. I guess it was made by like a team of like 15 or 20 people.
Okay.
So it's very rough around the edges in a lot of ways. Okay. But like I'm having fun with it so far. I don't know if
what are you playing it on?
I'm playing it on PlayStation on the PS5.
Okay, nice. Fancy pants with this PlayStation 5 over there. I'm still on PlayStation 4.
So lucky that I managed to snag one when I
You are because you can't get them anywhere. I mean, when we got the stimulus check here in the United States, I went out and I tried to find. I wanted my own Nintendo Switch because I was sick of sharing it with my son because I'm selfish, and it was very hard to find a Nintendo Switch console. Like it was really tough.
It is like the perfect console for the current state of the world.
Yes, it is.
It was disappearing off the shelf, especially like a year ago when things really started to go downhill.
Yeah,
Switches seem to just vanish instantly.
That and what I think like the pandemic hit and they like immediately like they released like Animal Crossings and it's like everybody was like, that's it. Yeah. Like I'm getting a Switch. I am playing Animal Crossings and
like a chill, relaxing game that I can get serotonin while sitting at home while the world burns. Perfect.
I know. That's not every video game though. You can kind of ignore everything that's going on around you and it can just whisk you away into a wonderful world of magic and fantasy and occasionally.
I guess it depends on what you consider stress relief. You know, it's like Animal Crossing is like soothing in a lot of ways that like the Hitman games are definitely not.
Right. Or like or Grand Theft Auto.
People, I mean, maybe for some people it is. It can be cathartic, I guess.
That's true.
It's very different sort of experience.
Well, I used to run around. I used to play Shadow of Mordor, which is a Lord of the Rings based game, and I would run around and I would just be like hacking up orcs and stuff like that. And I was like, this makes me feel good. I was like, I feel good right now. So that was my stress relief.
It's a good call. I definitely spent like a week one time trying to kill and dump everyone in one of the Hitman levels into a small room.
I mean, if you're not trying out that stuff, what are you doing?
Exactly.
So what would you say is your favorite video game of like all time, like
of all time,
like that spans all consoles and everything? Like it's your favorite video game of all time.
That's tough.
Yeah.
It's almost stereotypical, but it might be Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
Just a classic RPG.
Yeah.
That's old though.
Okay. Okay.
Somewhat more recent, maybe Portal 2. Portal 2 is pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. I think classic wise, I think my favorite classic video game is probably Super Mario Brothers 3 because it's fun but challenging enough to frustrate the hell out of you.
Sure.
And then I guess more in the realm of current games, I would say the Uncharted series. I like all of those Uncharted games.
Those are good.
Yeah.
I got through, I can't remember what the hell it's called, the spin-off recent one.
The Lost Legacy.
There you go. I played that recently. That's pretty good.
Yeah. No, that was fun.
Aerith Girl, we figured that out, a few weeks ago, that it was Mother 3, right? It's got to be Mother 3. Her favorite game of all time.
That's a game I'm not familiar with.
Nobody is. You shouldn't be familiar with it.
All right, fair enough. Oh my gosh. Well, I've actually
Donkey Kong Country is pretty good too, as far as classic stuff goes.
So I've got the Nintendo like online subscription for the Switch, and I just played through Donkey Kong Country. I'm currently playing through Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Kong Quest, and they just released not too long ago Donkey Kong Country 3 Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. So sure. I'll be playing through that one too because it's fantastic. And
any game you can play with bongos is good in my book. You ever play with the bongo?
I've never played with the bongos. I've seen people do it. I've never been brave enough.
But it's great.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid that that exists in the world. But it's so good.
I remember like the when Nintendo 64 came out and they came out with Donkey Kong Country for 64 and like you could get like the Jungle Green special edition N64 to go with it and everything. Right. Like, man, that was so cool. But that game was so bad.
They did a lot of that stuff back then.
Oh, yeah?
The plastic shell for those consoles back then cost them like 8 cents, I'm sure. It's like, whatever, we'll just make 100 versions of it.
I know. I had a Platinum Edition GameCube, so
sweet.
It's apparently worth the same amount as a regular GameCube now, so it's pretty sick, bro.
Oh, nothing. Basically nothing.
Nothing, but great nostalgia if I just want to like pop in something to play.
Sure.
So speaking of GameCube, Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. Do you remember that one? Well, the movie, obviously, but the game.
Yes, the movie and the book I'm fairly familiar with.
Oh, you're familiar with those? Okay, that's great. The game, oh my gosh, that game, it was an EA game. It was an EA game.
I don't think I ever played that one.
That one was so good. So because they didn't release a game for the Fellowship of the Ring. So they basically put like the last little bits of the Fellowship of the Ring, like you could play Weathertop and everything, and they put it in the beginning as a prologue as an epilogue to the Two Towers game, and then you just basically played through the entire Two Towers movie. And the best part, obviously, is the Helm's Deep battle that you have to do at different levels at the end and stuff. But man, that game consumed so much of my life when that came out. That was very, very fun. And it was different for each one that came out because you could fight Sauron. You could fight Saruman in it as Gandalf or something for Xbox, but you couldn't do that for GameCube. So I felt slightly ripped off because that would have been fantastic.
Yeah, isn't it great how companies gave up on those weird console exclusive things, and that never happens anymore?
I know, right? Never.
Now you just have to pay for the extras usually.
I know. Remember Soul Calibur 2? So if you got it for GameCube, you could fight as Link. And then I think that if you got it for PlayStation or PlayStation 2, probably at the time, I think it was PlayStation 2, you could fight as one of the guys from Tekken. I can't remember what his name is.
Right.
The guy with like the crazy hair.
Like that.
Yep. Spawn was the guy you could fight in for Xbox. So
excellent.
again.
Isn't Spawn in the new Mortal Kombat too? There's a bunch of weird characters that they added in as extras to the new Mortal Kombat game.
See, it's so
The
funny.
Joker,
so, like,
isn't it? Like
Mor-
for some reason.
Mortal Kombat, like, because like I've been on a huge Mortal Kombat kick since that rebooted movie came out and everything. So I've been going back. I've been playing some games, and holy crap, like those first 3 games are so hard in arcade mode. I don't know how I ever played them as a child because I am so frustrated as an adult trying to win just one battle. I was like, I'm Raiden. Come on, guys. I'm the god of thunder here. Like, what the heck?
Right.
So
I can still hear Toasty in my dreams sometimes.
So but since like Warner Brothers has like bought Mortal Kombat, like they're just like shoehorning like so many people into those games. Like
the
DC
Terminator
people,
is in there,
right? You know,
like, what?
There was in so I believe the same people who made who are making the current new Mortal Kombat also made the Injustice games, because it's Warner Brothers games and everything. And for Injustice, you can actually purchase and play as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So
that's weird.
That is weird, but
okay. I mean,
I would do it. I'm gonna do it. Why not?
I mean, that's fair. Smash does have like 4,000 characters or something.
That is a great game.
I don't know how many, but
it's a fun game.
Yeah, it is fun. It's good.
Yeah. So as a fellow child of the 90s, were you more into, if you had to pick a fighting game, would you be more into Mortal Kombat or would you be more into Street Fighter? Or I should say Street Fighter 2, since that was the big one.
At the time, probably Street Fighter.
Yeah.
But I definitely had friends that were super into Mortal Kombat, and I played all of those old ones too. But
yeah,
was more into like Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
I guess Street Fighter 2 Turbo, whatever at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
It had like a million names.
Right. But Street Fighter 2 was a fun game. Like I loved that, you know. It was great, you know. And Chun-Li's thighs, man. I mean, how could you ignore Chun-Li's thighs? I mean, they are
thick. I think I even have an example of that.
Let's see.
Do I?
Let's go to the replay, guys.
Let's go to the replay. It disappeared on me. Where is it? There it is.
Ah, yes.
So thick.
So thick. Who designed her?
She's a Power Ranger now?
Is she?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
It doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense. I have no idea why that is.
She's the thickest of the Power Rangers.
Damn right.
For sure.
Well, she should be.
It makes no sense. I don't know why they've done this. They're just mixing and matching.
Yeah.
All kinds of things at this point.
Yeah. That's true.
She's in whatever, some new Power Rangers game that's coming out. I don't even know. I
know that she's in the last Marvel vs. Capcom game that I purchased, which was the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which was their attempt to be like Avengers Endgame. Because you combined Marvel, because you had all of the Avengers stuff, and then you had Thanos, and you're looking for Infinity Stones, but you've also, for some reason, Mega Man, and Ryu is in there and everything.
Sure. It's Kingdom Hearts, but not Disney.
Yeah, which is a game, by the way, that people should play. Kingdom Hearts is a lot of fun.
I don't think I've ever played a Kingdom Hearts game. I've seen a lot of clips and videos and other people talking about stuff, but everything that I see about Kingdom Hearts makes me more confused and afraid to start playing Kingdom Hearts because I don't understand.
I mean, it
could be a thing.
I understand that. Having played some Kingdom Hearts, I get that because I'm just as confused as you, and I'm the one with the controller in my hand. So It's not just you. It is a very confusing game.
That's reassuring.
So, well, Brett, I mean,
it depends on what you do with the thighs.
That's true, but I mean, I do agree. I do agree. Thick thighs save lives. And what was it? The Led Zeppelin had like big-legged woman ain't got no soul, right? Is that a Led Zeppelin lyric? I think that is.
I don't know.
Doesn't make sense.
You're the one
Just
with the
throw it
music-related
out.
podcasts, not
Yeah.
me. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on.
I believe that is in the song Black Dog. He says, I don't know what I've been told, but a big-legged woman ain't got no soul. Whatever that means,
That
Robert Plant. I have
doesn't make any sense.
0 sense. All right. I've got some video game related questions for you, Brad.
Yeah, you sent me some pictures. I can pull these things up here. Let's see
All right.
if it'll let me share.
And
the
those
right
of you
screen.
in the comments section, feel free to answer these questions too.
Yeah, here we go. Here's the first
Yes.
one.
That's question number 1. I mean, so Brad, who would you rather fuck, Toad or Wario?
I mean, probably Toad. He seems like a more sort of gentle, understanding lover than Wario would be. I don't know if like Wario's squealing voice would really do it for me in the moment.
I think it would do it for you.
I mean, you learn something new every day. Who knows? But
Yeah.
I wouldn't assume that it would do much for me personally.
What if Wario is just like the ultimate lover though? Like what if Wario is just fantastic?
Could be. I mean, you never know.
You never know.
If he is, does that mean that Mario would be terrible because he's the opposite of Mario in every way?
Yeah, I mean, he must be terrible though, because he's
got to be one or the other.
Yeah, he's constantly losing Princess Peach. I mean, come on, like, hold on to something.
Interesting.
Wario. Yeah, I see. That's a good choice, Wario. I think Wario would be good. Yeah. Oh, I see your friend also says that Toad's voice is trash.
That's sometimes they can just be quiet and that's okay.
That is okay.
Be noisy. It can be.
Toad seems like a child, so that's a no for me.
There is that he is a little childlike, but I think at this point he's like coming up on 40 at least.
Has to be
in
an
video
adult.
game years, right? Yeah. He is like a prominent figure in a sort of monastic situation.
That's true. That's
true.
true.
I mean, I assume he is an adult, but I mean, I guess we don't really know very much about him.
We don't know much about Toad. We just know that at some, he kind of looks like a little mushroom-headed Aladdin, kind of. So
does a little bit.
Just needs a magic carpet ride and Princess Jasmine, and off he goes into the sunset.
He's just short.
Oh, well, short guys. I'm sorry, short guys. Wario is also short and stout. So
true. Really, there's very few characters in those games that aren't kind of short. You got Luigi and Waluigi.
That's it. That's all. And maybe Bowser. I think Bowser.
I mean, Bowser is just large in every way.
That's
He's
true.
much larger than the rest of them, at least in most of the games.
Yeah.
And he also has a lot of kids, so he's getting some.
I know. He does have a lot of children. It's very strange. And who is the mother of all these little Koopas running around? So
come to think of it, are there other people in the Mario world that have children?
That is
Bowser.
Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, these little toad people keep popping up all over the place. So.
Yeah, but like do they like procreate or do they replicate? They are fungus.
True. That's true. That is very true. All right. Well.
All right. Well, let's see what's next.
Question number 2.
Oh, here we go. Who would you rather go on an adventure with?
Yeah. So
you got Link.
Yep.
You got Nathan Drake from Uncharted, and you got the person who Nathan Drake is based off of, except for a woman in Lara Croft.
Yep.
So I don't know. Who would you go on an adventure with?
Me? Nathan Drake. Easy. He's my boy. He'd never let anything happen to me.
A lot of people die in those games other than him.
They do, but not the ones who are like the closest to him. So I think
I
I think
guess
I
it's
think I'd
true.
be okay. I try to be like his little. I if it's like an Indiana Jones type thing, I try to be like his short round.
Short round.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I
I could see
definitely
that.
Nathan Drake though.
It's fair. I would probably go with Link.
Mm.
He's essentially superpowered, right? Depending
Mm-hmm.
on the game, he either controls time, he's super fast, or
True.
some other. He
True.
turns into a wolf occasionally.
Yep.
He lives
Yep.
a very complicated life, but it would make for some
Yeah.
fun adventures.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, there's no wrong answer for this. No matter what you do, it will be fine.
It's true. The only reason, really, that I wouldn't go with Laura is the sexual tension would just be too distracting to the adventure.
I
This is
know.
for adventuring.
She'd be like, Brad, stop standing there like that.
Why are you looking at me like that?
My eyes are up here.
You're banned from climbing these cliffs behind me from now on.
Yeah.
You're going first. There's none of that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the weirdest part of the first few Tomb Raider games is just you're just staring at an ass the whole time.
yeah.
And that's
You are.
was essentially the point of the game. The gameplay was built around just like, look at this ass.
It's true. It's true.
But thankfully they got progressively better and better, and the recent ones are actually pretty great.
Yeah, the new Tomb Raider games are a lot of fun to play, and they aren't like so like, full of like sexual things. So, but Uncharted with my boy Nathan Drake, that can be some sexual things in there. He stares at some butts. So
Sure.
100%. So
they still need to make that movie with Nathan Fillion like they did the short film.
oh, that was fantastic. That was so good. They are supposedly making one, or reportedly, and Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man currently, is supposed to be playing a young Nathan Drake. So
sure.
I don't understand it, but I guess the whole plan is that if they cast somebody super young to play Nathan Drake now, then he can grow into the character and they can make a whole bunch of Uncharted movies throughout the years.
Sure.
So why not?
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
instead of getting someone who's already, coming up on 40 like they did for Wolverine all those years ago.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Even though that's Hugh Jackman, and I mean, come on.
Sure. I mean, it was a good choice. I'm just saying, age-wise,
he's a god
for the
us.
length of the film series, it got progressively more difficult for them to deal with the fact that he was getting up there, which is not so much a Wolverine attribute, what with the lack of aging and all that.
Listen, I mean, think about, like, they've always talked about trying to do a Buffy the Vampire Slayer reunion. And how do you do that when everybody is aged so much? Because vampires don't age, and David Boreanaz looks pretty old now. So,
sure. I mean, even Bones, he looked older, and that was like 15 years ago.
I know, it's true. It's unfortunate, but it's true. People age. It happens.
They do. We have to wait until the AIs can just generate the visuals at photorealistic levels, and then it just doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Aging will be a thing of the past when it comes to movies.
Yeah. And I honestly think Hugh Jackman looks better as he gets older anyway. I love Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman is great. I got no problems with Hugh Jackman. It was just an interesting choice at the time. It worked out.
It did.
For the most part. I mean, it got tricky for them for a while to try to hide the fact that he was considerably aging.
Well, they just had him get more and more jacked, is what they did. They were like, just keep being more and more like huge and muscular, and we'll ignore the fact that you're getting a little bit older every single time. So
it worked out. It's been good.
It did. It did. I think I like it. And that's right. Yeah. Don't get me started on Hugh Jackman, because I will. I will go off. I love it.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, what's next here? True or false? Turtles in Time is the best video game of all time. Okay, you're going to have to sell me on this one, I think, DJ. I don't know if I would agree with that.
It is so much fun. You can pick any of the four classic turtles between Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, or Raphael, and you can you're going through not just the streets of New York City like in the first couple Turtles arcade games, but you are traveling through time and you're fighting all of the classic Turtles villains. You're fighting Shredder. You're fighting Bebop and Rocksteady, Toka and Razar from Secret of the Ooze. It's just so much fun. And you're fighting cowboys at one point. And, at one point you're fighting knights. And then you're fighting future weird people. And I think you're on the moon. Like, it is a fun game.
I think I'm starting to remember bits of this game.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Describing it. Because it's been quite a while. But I have definitely played it.
Yeah. It is probably like my friend and I used to try and get through that game and see if we could beat it in as little time as possible. And I think we beat it in 23 minutes one time. And that was pretty good for us. I'm sure there's people out there who have beat it in far less time, but we beat the entire game in 23 minutes. And that's pretty good. It's a fun, classic, side-scrolling beat-em-up game. That's all it is. We need more of those.
Sometimes that's all you need and want, just something that lets you get into the flow state.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I can appreciate that, I guess. I don't know if I would call it the best video game of all time, but I mean, it's pretty subjective, so it can be your best video game for sure.
I have to I just, feel like the only stance to take on something is a hard stance, and then just you don't budge on it no matter what happens. So
perfectly
I'm taking
rational, reasonable stance to take.
Correct. Sure. So I'm taking that stance on this one. And that's it. That's all I'll do. And I would recommend anybody go play it. This game is a classic. I would agree. Super classic.
All right, what do we got next here? Let's see. Who is better at oral sex?
Yeah.
Yoshi or Nemesis from Resident Evil?
So that's a tough one. Look at that tongue game.
It depends on what you're into, I guess, right? I mean, I feel like Nemesis would be doing a lot of topping from the bottom sort of dynamic, and it would be complicated.
Yeah. But he doesn't have, there's nothing to get in the way, though. His mouth is it's just mouth.
It's true, but that also means like a lot of teeth potential.
I mean, yeah, but you gotta be gentle. You've got to be gentle.
Very careful. Or I want it pretty rough, depending.
Yeah.
No king shaming.
That's true. But I mean, look at that tongue on Yoshi, though. And also look at the way he's got that perched butt too. So
and Yoshi's tongue, he has serious control of that thing. Like he can swing from
precision.
He can do all kinds of crazy tongue related tricks.
Mm-hmm. He can get in there too. You know what I mean? There's no crevice that Yoshi's not getting in. So you want that salad toss.
He's used to getting ridden all the time.
He is used to get okay. Fair point.
Always swallowing things.
He's perfect.
I think I might have to go with Yoshi on this.
That's true. All right.
It is a little complicated. There's a language barrier kind of a situation.
Well, I mean, the language of love is it's love, Brad.
Well, I'm not sure how much talking Nemesis does either, come to think of it. But
yeah, exactly.
Theoretically, he could at least understand the concept of consent. And Yoshi can understand Mario and Luigi and them. So
no, I don't think Yoshi has ever like consented to them hopping on his back, though. So they just kind of do it. They pop him out of the block, and then
it's tricky. But
wait, so he can pull you towards him with his tongue? Yes,
it's very strong. Absolutely. There's at least one or two games where he like literally swings using his tongue.
That's true. Yeah. What is that?
Like, it's gotta be very strong.
Is that the Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island? Is that what that one is, where he's like saving baby Mario?
That might be it.
That is a very fun and
or maybe that's a weird implanted memory that never happened, and I made that up in my brain. But I'm pretty sure that he's swung from
I think you're Right. Think that he can swing with his tongue with that. So as
If
long as
not,
he
it's
washes his
okay.
tongue pretty good, he can get in there. He can get it.
Yeah, that is. I mean, he does eat basically anything that gets within like 6 feet of him. So
Yeah,
the hygiene might be an issue, but
that's true.
you
But
know,
we could take care of it. That can be easily remedied, and then he can just get in
sure.
there and just provide the most pleasure that anyone has ever received. So
Way to get political. That's
Yoshi's life matters.
Mandela effect. Yeah, either at some point Yoshi swung from his tongue in a game, or I have a very strange conversation ahead of me with my therapist.
That's
One of
true.
those two things are true.
Right.
All right, what do we have?
Did I have anything else?
Here? Oh,
Oh,
this is Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. We talked a little bit
yeah, that's
about
true.
that. I definitely am enjoying Mortal Kombat 11 that I got a few days ago. It's weird, and I don't know half the characters because I haven't played one of those games in probably 15 years.
See, Mortal Kombat is such a complicated like game legacy because you've got like the first two, which are just really fun to play, and then the third one is fun to play too. But you're missing Scorpion, which still burns me a little bit. And then after that, I didn't really play a lot of Mortal Kombat 4. I think that was like the first one that was like the 3D type graphics, right? Like I think it was
Right.
for like PlayStation and stuff, and I didn't really get into that one. And then you've got the side games, which are so bad. The Sub-Zero game and the one with Jax, like what's that, Mortal Kombat Special Forces or something like that.
I don't think I ever played that.
You should be happy you never played that.
Okay,
It
good.
was just a bad game. So, man, so bad. Mortal Kombat 2, though, like I played that game for hours and hours.
So good.
Just like I used to have this like code book and it had all like the moves and the fatalities and everything. Yes,
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
classic. But I mean, they're both great.
Yeah, top shelf for sure.
And they both got progressively weirder with every game.
Right. Well, they got so weird that at a certain point in time for Mortal Kombat, I think it was Mortal Kombat 9, they just had to retcon everything, and they sent Raiden back in time to basically the first game, and to fix the continuity of it because it had gotten so crazy. So, and then just you can forget about Mortal Kombat versus DC because that game was very bad.
Yeah, I guess the Mortal Kombat 11 is a lot of weird time related things too. So they're messing with timelines again, and
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on at all. But I'm having fun playing so
Yeah.
far. It's very good, and they do a really interesting, good job of blending like the cutscenes with the fighting. Like it's just essentially seamless.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but like fun.
Right. Well, that's like how the Injustice games do that really well. That's the storyline is half the reason to play. With Street Fighter, that game was so much fun. I remember just like playing that one for hours and hours and hours. And then the one that they just came out with not too long ago, the Street Fighter 5, is a lot of fun to play too. And it still has that, same feel to it. And it's another, like, I'm glad that they've gotten back to the like just being like the two people on screen. It's not like a 360 thing going all around the ring and everything. Like I love that style of fighting game. So, but I'd have to go Mortal Kombat if I'm going with picking a franchise here.
It's fair. All right. What's next? Oh, is that it?
I think that's it. I think that's all we got.
That's it. All right.
That's it. That's all.
That's it.
So we'll learn some interesting things about Yoshi and what people want. And I'm glad we were here for that.
Now, would you be interested in perhaps doing a quiz?
Absolutely.
All right. So we got a couple of options.
Okay.
We've got which iconic video game character are you?
Ooh.
And we've got sort of more of a test.
Okay.
Called Do You Know What Video Games These Characters Are From?
Let's go with the which iconic video game character are you? Because I don't know if I necessarily would do well on that other one, but we can do both. It doesn't matter to me.
It's true. We could do both.
Yeah.
Let's start here. Let's see how we
It's
do
totally
it.
up to you.
All right. So, which of these fantasy worlds would you like to visit? Zuaku Castle, Hyrule, Hone. I don't even know how to say that. There's too many consonants. And Yamatai,
I'm going with Hyrule.
the one that I recognize. Good. What type of weapon would you like to learn how to use?
Okay.
Just your fists? A sword? Does magic count? Or twin pistols?
Man. Fists. I'm going to go fists. I'm going to make it a fair fight.
All right, nice. How would other people describe your personality in one word?
Okay.
Determined, brave, happy, or tough?
Oh, man. I want to say tough, but I don't think anyone's going to describe me as that, Brad.
You're just a big puppy dog, BJ.
I'll go with happy. I think everybody here would probably describe me as happy.
That's fair. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
What type of person who becomes... Are you the type of person who becomes angry with other people easily? Yes, but you can control your emotions. Depends on the person. No, everyone means well. Or yes, because I can't trust others. Pretty cynical.
Gosh, I have to say no, because everyone means well. I don't get angry very easily.
I don't think I've seen you angry yet.
I don't think I've gotten. I don't think I get angry too easily.
Would you prefer to embark on adventures by yourself or with someone else? Depends on the adventure. I don't mind a friendly companion. I prefer to be around lots of people or by myself.
I don't mind a companion.
All right. Let's see. What's your go-to difficulty setting when playing your favorite video game? Impossible, medium, easy, or hard?
Easy. I don't have time to challenge myself anymore.
That's fair. It's supposed to relieve stress and be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it depends on the game and why you're playing, but
yeah,
to each their own.
That's
you
true.
Play it on easy because it's more fun. Then great.
Yeah. Which
of these terrains would prove to be challenging for you? A glacier, a canyon, a desert, or you can handle anything?
You can handle anything.
Anything. All right. Choose an epic title that suits your personality the most.
Okay.
High Prophet, the Defender of the World, the Beloved Monarch, or the Brave Warrior?
Brave Warrior.
So brave.
So brave.
What is something about yourself that you could improve upon? I wish I was stronger. I wish I had more wisdom. Nothing. I'm practically perfect. Or I'm really stubborn.
What was that second option again?
The second option was, I wish I had more wisdom.
I wish I had more wisdom. But I think that only comes with age. So I haven't gotten there yet. But I think I wish I had more wisdom. I think that's the one I'm going with.
Alrighty. One of these elements lies within your soul. But which one is it? Air, earth, electricity, or fire? I didn't know electricity was an element these days.
I didn't know that either.
Hey.
I'm going to go fire because it sounds cool.
Fire. What makes a particular enemy dangerous to you? Their powerful strength? Their wisdom? I have no idea. Or their sharp intellect?
Sharp intellect. You can overcome those other things, but if somebody's really smart...
Sure, if they outsmart you, you're in trouble.
I know.
Which of these iconic video game quotes resonates with you the most? To live is to fight. To fight is to live. It's dangerous to go alone. Like this. There's no sense in going out of your way just to get somebody to like you. Everything lost is meant to be found.
I think there's no sense in going alone. Take this.
Choose one of these interesting subjects to learn about: karate, forestry, dance, or archaeology.
Hmm.
It's a wide spectrum.
That is. Archaeology.
Right. One of these animals can be found within your soul, but which one is it? Komodo dragon, a wolf, a squirrel, or a dog?
Hmm. A wolf.
A wolf. Alrighty. I mean, wolf and dog are somewhat overlapping.
Similar, yeah. Of the same family.
Little different.
Yeah. One's just a little bit more savage.
Sure. Have you found someone to love in your life? I'm not really sure yet. Yes, but I don't see them much. I'd like to think so. Or no, I don't have time for that.
Yes, but I don't see them much.
All right. See, I think we're getting there. Would you be able to find food on your own in the wild? I would have some trouble with this. Depends on where I am. No, I would need some help. Or yes, that's no problem for me. You good at scavenging? Are you one of those Bear Grylls types?
No, I think I would need to have a companion that might be able to do that for me. So I'd say I might need a little help.
All right. Which genre of video games speaks to your soul the most? Fighting, fantasy, adventure, or action RPG?
Let's say action RPG.
How many video games do you currently own? Between 10 and 25? Over 50? Less than 10? Or between 25 and 50?
I'd say between 25 and 50.
Really? That few? Jeez.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I own hundreds of guys. I'm disgusted with myself by how many. What is something that really scares you in life? I have a fear of failure. I have a fear of losing someone I love, mean people, or I have a fear of death.
I think I'm more afraid of losing people that I love than anything else. So
fair enough. One of these video game consoles is your personal favorite, but which one is it? Xbox, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, or PlayStation?
Nintendo. Was that an option?
Super Nintendo.
Oh, I would say Super Nintendo then.
If you were a video game character, how much time would you spend training? Every hour of the day? A few hours a day? None, I hate training, or a few days a week?
A few days a week.
Tell us how much you love video games using our 1 to 10 scale. Their patented 1 to 10 scale that they invented, I guess. 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 or 8, or 9 or 10.
What's the highest then? Is 10 you love video games the most? Like,
I guess.
I'd say 7 to 8 then, I guess. I mean, I love it, but like, I got other things to do too.
That's fair. I mean, priorities.
Yeah. I got to make sure children stay alive.
Right. How do you plan on saving the world from evil? By never giving up? By traveling across the world? That's a great question. By consistently finding clues.
Oh, by consistently finding clues.
Right, using the brain.
Fun. Yeah.
What percentage creative are you when it comes to solving difficult puzzles? This is a sort of an abstract question. 25%, 50%, 75%, or 100% creative while solving puzzles?
Oh, God.
You just did that not an escape room thing.
That's true. I did.
How creative were you?
Well, I mean, Seth and Scott kind of carried us for a lot of that. And if it was like, I was the weakest link of that group of people for solving anything. So I'm going to go with like, I guess 50%.
All right.
They were all so much better than me at solving things. And forget it, like at least like Scott and Mitra can read music, because that was one of the problems you had to solve. And Seth and I were like, no idea.
If only you had small rectangles in your pockets that could have given you a picture of how to do that.
We tried not to cheat.
Fair. Can you pick up any video game and play it like an expert? It depends on the game, of course. Nope, not at all. I'm more intermediate at this.
I would say it depends on the game.
Some are pretty easy to pick up these days. They make it
Yeah.
fairly intuitive, and some they definitely don't.
Right.
Do you prefer old school video games or more recent ones? Old school games, recent ones, both, or it depends on my mood.
That depends on my mood, because sometimes I just want to relax with some nostalgia, so I'll play Super Mario World.
It's a good one. Choose one of these comic book superheroes to team up with.
Ooh.
Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Captain America, or Wonder Woman?
I think I'm going to go with Doctor Strange.
Go with the magic.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can't go wrong with the Sorcerer Supreme.
It's true. What are you the type of person who tends to run away from fights? No, that's for cowards. It depends on the fight. Yes, because fights are scary, or not usually.
Let's see. I would say not usually. Yeah.
Usually, all right. How often do you play video games? Very rarely, almost every day, once in a while, or a few times a month.
I'd say almost every day I play some sort of video game.
I was playing a game right before this stream, so I
Exactly.
the same game.
Exactly.
Enhance your power with one of these unique abilities: super strength, light magic, electrokinesis, or mind reading.
Super strength.
Super strength, classic.
What?
You are Laura Croft, apparently.
Yes.
Go.
I'll take
You're
it.
feisty, stubborn, and straightforward with your opinions. Historical artifacts are of great importance to you. Ambitious enough to embark on dangerous adventures.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a lot of friends, but people that need you, know you're there. Kind of.
That's true.
I guess that makes sense.
I mean, so that kind of fits me saying that my favorite games are Uncharted. I mean, that kind of fits.
It really does.
So I guess I'm just an explorer by nature. At least in video game world.
Yep.
So, oh man.
Laura Croft. There you go.
Wow. That was fun. Is that who would you have thought that I'd be Lara Croft, Brad?
I'm not sure you've got the butt for it, but
I don't think I do.
Other than that, sure.
Yeah, it's true. I've got the personality for it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Like super well combat trained, ultra rich adventure type.
Ultra.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. That's me in a nutshell.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
New cosplay idea.
No.
Yes.
No.
There's got to be some audios for Laura Croft from the games or the movies.
And I just have to dress as Lara Croft now. That's my new thing.
Sure.
I'll start doing videos.
Get some really angular things to stuff in your shirt to make like the old polygon style.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's where I think it would be really good, is if I could pull that.
You got to lean into the comedy a little bit, I think, to
yeah.
pull it off.
People will be like, well, why are you dressing like this? It's, well, I took a video game quiz with my friend Brad, and it turned out that I am Lara Croft. So I'm really, really, really into this now.
That would be pretty funny.
Yes, it would. I agree.
So I mentioned that I was playing Biomutant. Have you been playing anything recently? What's your game of choice these days?
My game of choice these days is pretty simple games. I have been playing a lot of the new Mario Bowser's Fury.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And 3D World, and I've been playing through those, and they're a whole lot of fun. and also Mario Odyssey. I just like those ones. They're easy for me to just kind of like pick up and play for a little while without having to be too involved. And then you and I have played Mario Kart together too. So really, anything on the Switch recently is what I've been getting into and playing a lot. It's been a lot of fun to do that. So
which is great.
yeah,
Definitely gets a lot of my time. Now that I have a PlayStation, it's been a while.
I know.
You know, I'm sort of leaning in that direction just because it's the new thing for me. But
Yeah,
I
it
always
is
keep going back
just.
to the Switch.
It's so easy because you can take it with you places. I mean, I just leave it most of the time, like during the day, it's like sitting down here where I work. So I'll just pick it up and I'll play like a couple for a little while just to kind of like decompress and remove myself from work for a minute, just because I think that's what everybody should do, honestly. And then if I'm just like hanging out, like just pick up the Switch, play for a little while. I think it's fun.
Yep. But same as you, I got a second one so that I could just have mine
Right.
that the kid doesn't constantly steal.
Yep.
And I got it last year in February, planning on doing a bunch of traveling and not wanting to steal the Switch from my kid.
Well,
That worked out great.
joke's on you.
Yeah. Oh well.
Hey,
Still
this guy
worth
bought a
still worth it.
Switch. Pandemic.
Still worth it to have it, even though I've been
Totally.
sitting at it. But
100%.
the plan was because I could travel with it, that would be
Mhm.
great.
That's true. Very true.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Let's see. What other questions do I have about video games for BJ?
Video game questions.
What's the worst video game that you've played? What's
The
like the game
worst?
that annoyed you the most?
Oh, God. What game annoyed me the most? Metroid. Like the first Metroid. Like,
Hot take.
yeah. It's just so hard.
It was hard, especially back then. But
Yeah. Like, that's it.
nowadays, when you can look stuff up, it's not so hard.
Right. A lot of the like as much as I love them, a lot of the classic Mega Man games are also super frustrating to play. So
The new one on Switch is pretty aggravating too, occasionally.
yeah.
It's fun though.
Yep. I agree.
But it definitely fits into that, like the controls are just aggravating enough, and you're like,
Mhm.
oh, it should have worked, but it didn't, and now I have to do the whole level again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I'm trying to think of like terrible games that I've played somewhat recently, but
Yeah.
I mean, games for the most part, I haven't played a lot of terrible stuff recently. There's enough reviews and things like that these days. Like, you can usually figure out if a game is going to be totally horrendous
Yeah.
before you get it these days. I mean,
Yeah.
depends on how much you look into that stuff, I guess.
I haven't played much of it, but a lot of people were not big fans of the latest Avengers game that came out.
Sure.
So, and that game was something that was shelved for a while and then brought back out. And so,
I had fun with that, like through the story.
yep.
And as soon as I got into like the grindy end game stuff, I was thinking, okay, I don't care about
Yeah, I
it.
think it took a lot of people out of it. So,
Okay. But like the story part was fun. It
yeah.
was aggravating here and there, but like I enjoyed that part. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, that was like a fairly small part of their plan for the game. Like there's a lot
Mhm.
of end game stuff that
Yeah.
I just didn't even bother with. As soon as I started, I'm like, okay, you just got to do the same level again to grind for very slightly better gear over and over again.
Yeah.
But I can
What?
open up another level that I can slowly grind through. Something.
Right. What is the best game that you've played recently?
The best
Yeah.
game that I played.
That you just like really, really liked.
like the first 10 hours of Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
The part that they have the most polished was great. It started out so good. Such a great game, but it very quickly goes downhill.
Okay. Okay.
I still
I
haven't
think
finished playthrough
no.
of it. But I love that game. I want them to fix it so bad because it can be so good.
Mm-hmm. I believe it. I think.
And hopefully they will. I mean, they made a lot of changes to Witcher 3 with like DLC and updates and stuff, like the whole
Mhm.
combat system and the UI and everything. Like they changed a lot. So
Yeah.
they could put some time into it and they could really fix it up.
Yeah.
But it will definitely take some work, I think.
I think for me, recent
Carrie
game.
plays Yahtzee on her phone. A
Well,
lot.
that's a classic. You can't go wrong with Yahtzee. Recent game for me, I think that I liked a lot that I played a ton of was probably that Spider-Man for PlayStation 4.
Oh, sure, yeah.
That was a great, that was such a good game. Really well made, beautiful play. Like that was a whole lot of fun.
So good. The Miles Morales one is great too.
That's what I
Even
hear.
on PS4.
Yeah.
It's good. It looks better on PS5 because of all
Mhm.
the extra stuff, but like it's still great
Yeah.
on whatever version. A lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Jedi Fallen Order is really good too.
That was a good one too.
That was a very fun game, and I know a lot of people are hoping that that somehow gets brought into like Star Wars proper, but it's
Oh,
a video
sure.
game. I don't think it's going to happen. We never got Star Killer. We're not getting. We're not getting. We're not getting these guys either.
Doesn't seem super likely, but at least like the actor is like available and sort
True.
of within that world, kind of with
Yeah.
all the whatever Arkham stuff that he did, the Batman.
Oh right, yeah, because he played the Joker on
Yeah,
Gotham, which is
yeah,
a show we shall not mention
sure.
because it was trash.
I couldn't even remember the name. That's how great it was.
That's how good it was. That's how good Gotham was.
I knew that it existed.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I
And
couldn't remember what it was called.
even as much as I didn't like that show, like that actor, I think it's Cameron Monaghan, I think is his name. Like he was pretty good playing the part of the Joker. So
I've seen clips. Seemed
Yeah.
fine
Yeah.
as far as that goes. I don't know.
yeah, no, he was great. He was good. I can't say anything bad about him. But the show as a whole, not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But he's great playing a video game guy. So Cal Ketsis, you have my vote.
Well, there you go. There's an angle. Best video game show or movie.
Oh, best video game movie? That 1995 Mortal Kombat, like the first Mortal Kombat movie.
Sure.
That's
The
gotta
soundtrack
be
was
it.
so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the movie, like, is still like I just rewatched it, and so like that new Mortal Kombat that just literally came out, looks great, but story wise, it's just not any different, and I don't think it's any better, and it's fine. And so
I don't think it was silly enough. Every time that it went a little bit silly, it was like, yes, no, you're getting good again. And then they would try to take themselves too seriously. Like, oh, okay.
yeah, God, I just like got so, it was just like so cringy sometimes, especially like when they would like win. So that was the difference for me between watching the first Mortal Kombat movie from 1995 and then watching this new one that just came out. In the first one from 1995, when Shang Tsung is like flawless victory or fatality, I was like, this is leaning into the cheese a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas the new one was taking itself so seriously at times that when they said like the video game reference, I was like, man,
Right.
no.
And it's just said like off screen, like just randomly. It was just like fatality.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I know. Like, like when Kung Lao like slices that lady in half with his hat and everything, and he stands there and he goes, flawless victory. I was like, get out of here. Who's saying that after a fight?
It was weird. It wasn't nearly silly enough.
Yeah.
But every time like Kano would say like some
Oh.
jackass one-liner where it was like, "Yes, be silly. This is good."
when he rips like I guess it was supposed to be Reptile, or at least one of Reptile's like brethren, when he rips his heart out and he goes, "Ha ha, Kano wins." I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he was the best part of that entire movie.
He was. It was really great.
Yeah.
But most of the movie didn't make any sense.
Nope. But it's setting up many sequels, I have a feeling.
It definitely it seemed like Act 1.
Yeah.
Or like, the first 2 episode sequence of a Netflix show. Like it was setting something up.
It was a whole lot of training to get to a 20-minute tournament to say, now wait till next time, guys. And then everybody now wants Ryan Reynolds to play the role of Johnny Cage.
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course.
So, and he's just like you, Brad. He's Canadian.
He is Canadian.
Yes, he is.
He is the personification of Deadpool in many ways.
Yeah.
Also so Canadian.
Right. That's true. Also Canadian. Mr. Wade Wilson.
So maybe an easier question or a harder because there's more.
Okay.
Worst video game movie.
Worst video game movie? I feel like it's a tie for me. Worst video game movie. Super Mario Brothers.
Pretty rough.
And then what was another? What's another bad one? The Super Mario Brothers, and then the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia.
That one was at least very silly.
Yeah,
but it was bad. It was very poorly made, and there was a lot of weird decisions. But at least it definitely did not take itself seriously in any way.
Right. Yeah, video game movies that I don't think get enough credit for being as good as they are. The Resident Evil movies, I think, are actually pretty good.
Sure, I can see that.
Oh, Double Dragon. Double Dragon is a great movie. And it's got the guy from Iron Chef in it. And Scott Fox, right? Is that his name? Scott Fox?
I have no idea. And Alyssa Milano was in it.
Right. Yeah, I love Double Dragon.
I mean, this is really dumb, but it's good. Again, it's another one that did not take itself seriously in any way, and so it just let itself be silly.
Mm-hmm.
So it had more fun, in my opinion.
Yep. Oh, also, The Witcher is fantastic. That's a great
The Witcher
adaptation.
Series is great. Yeah.
So, but I think that's more adapted from the books than it is the video game. But still, the look came from the video game.
Yeah, it's definitely a combo deal. The aesthetics,
it was
very much taken from the game, but a lot of the story stuff is not quite the same as it was in the games because they're based on the books.
Right. Damn it.
Definitely was not a movie first. That would be hilarious, though. Has there been like a video game that was good? That was a movie first.
That was a movie first? I can't. Like,
there's a ton of like movie tie-in games or whatever, but they're all terrible. The only good ones are the ones where the stories are completely separate, or like the recent Spider-Man stuff is all, it's not like there's a movie of that they turned into a
right. Yeah. No, I can't think of anything that was like a movie first.
She might have hit it. Clue was amazing.
Okay.
Clue was an amazing. It's fair. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
I want to go watch that now. Made into digital versions. I don't even know what that means.
Okay.
So we got We have another test if you want to take another test.
We can take another
It's
test.
more of a test than a personality quiz. I don't know how it'll work out.
Well, let's see if I'm any good at it. Let's see.
We could both take it. I
Okay.
haven't looked at the questions beyond like the first couple that are.
We'll use our brains.
We can try.
Okay.
I don't know how hard this will get. It's probably going to be pretty easy, but maybe it won't be. Who knows?
Okay.
So, do you know what video games these characters are from?
Okay.
Who is this mysterious stranger?
Who is that guy?
And what video game is he from? Wii Sports? Soul Calibur? I mean,
kind of. Technically.
Silent Hill or Legend of Zelda. I think we're probably both on the same page
we
there.
Can go with Legend of Zelda there. Yeah.
I mean, technically, he has been in a Soul Calibur game.
That's true. He was. We talked about that earlier.
Okay, we got some sort of armored suit guy.
Yeah.
Possibly a Guitar Hero. Or maybe he's from Little Big Planet. Technically, again, I think maybe there is a Master Chief in Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of creative freedom in that game and weird stuff.
True.
Call of Duty or Halo. That's
Halo.
Halo. I haven't played most of the Halo games.
Oh, no.
Back when the Halo games were coming out, I only had a PC. So I played the first one because that was on PC. But like 2 through 4 or whatever, like only came out on the consoles. Didn't hit the PC. At least not until years later they did like, re-releases and stuff. But
I've only actually played the first Halo game. I've never played anything besides the first one. So
I very much enjoyed the multiplayer of the first one.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yes.
But I didn't really get into Halo games. This mysterious spunky-haired fellow, possibly from Madden NFL.
I think you nailed
shoulder
it.
pads, Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat, or Mother 3. I think.
Right.
If Aerith Girl has anything to say about it.
Yeah, I think we'll go with Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Yep. Oh, I think you know this one, Brad.
I do know this bald fellow. He is an assassin, so
that's
it could
true.
be Assassin's Creed. I don't think he's ever raided any tombs.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Okami is. I can't. Wait, is that the one with like you're a fox or something?
I have no idea. I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong. But he's definitely Agent 47 from Hitman. Speaking of The Witcher.
Oh, yes.
Is he in Mario Tennis? Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. I mean, he could fit into Skyrim somewhere.
He does fit into Skyrim, that's true.
Uncharted.
Not really.
A little dated for the Uncharted. Uncharted, 1400s edition, or The Witcher 3.
I think we know
that it's The Witcher 3. Another assassin.
I think we know this one too.
He's definitely blood. I mean, he could be in Bloodborne. That would be appropriate, but no, it's got to be Assassin's Creed.
Definitely.
This guy starting to get more obscure, I think.
Okay. I don't know if I know who he is.
You got Castlevania, Batman Arkham Asylum, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, or Mass Effect.
I'm going to go Castlevania because it looks like he's kind of like in a castle type.
He does look more Castlevania-esque. I don't think there was a lot of shirtlessness in Mass Effect.
I don't think so.
Outside of the gratuitous sex scenes, I suppose.
Right.
And I don't see a skateboard.
Nope.
And he's not Batman. So.
He is not. Were we right? All right.
We did it.
Sweet.
This guy here, let's see. We got Super Mario Kart, Sonic the Hedgehog,
definitely,
Super Smash Brothers. Again, I mean, he's in at least one of them, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or Metal Gear.
I think we'll go Metal Gear because that's our guy, Solid Snake.
Yeah, we'll have to go Metal Gear. This guy, getting a little bit older on
Oh,
the
yeah.
polygon structure.
Look at that.
We got Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Uncharted, Fallout, or Half-Life 2.
This is our guy from Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Does look very Vice City, sort of Miami,
Yeah.
like for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
What is that? I thought that's not Cubert.
Not Cubert.
I thought that was Cubert.
Is he from Tomb Raider? That seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Little Big Planet. Again, possibly.
Yeah.
Plants vs. Zombies or Kingdom Hearts.
I want to see Plants vs. Zombies because it looks like a plant that can fight.
It is from Plants vs. Zombies. Yeah, he spits peas.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know what his name is, if he has one, but he spits peas at zombies.
Okay.
Okay, we got a guy from possibly Silent Hill, Soul Calibur, Max Payne 3, or Call of Duty.
I want to say Max Payne 3 because he looks like a businessman.
I believe that is Max Payne 3. A great game, by the way, that not nearly enough people played because it was very different, sort of structurally, than the other two. But it was actually really great. Very fun bullet time stuff, as all the Max Payne games had. That was like kind of their thing at the time. All right, so again, Madden. Like pulling Madden in there. Resident Evil, Little Big Planet, or Wii Sports. That's what's his face from Little Big Planet, right?
You would know. I don't know. I've never played that game.
I think his name is literally Sackboy because the new game is called Sackboy Adventures or something.
Okay.
Okay, we got a very buff looking ancient dude of some kind from Minecraft, not nearly boxy enough.
Nope.
Guitar Hero, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, possible.
Maybe. God of War or Mario Tennis. Now that is a game I would play.
Well, I think that Mario Tennis is the winner here.
I mean, I can click Mario Tennis if you want.
I mean, it's God of War.
It's definitely God of War. And the new God of War game was great too.
Yep.
So good. Can't wait for the next one. It's going to be a good time.
Definitely.
That is, let's see. All right, is this person from Mass Effect, Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy, or Super Mario Kart? Well, that's my friend BJ, isn't it?
That's me right there hanging off of my boobs.
Yep. It's clearly Lara Croft from.
Well, this is another easy one.
It's a cowboy.
Yeah.
From Red Dead Redemption, Assassin's Creed, Psychonauts, or Mortal Kombat. Now, there's a cowboy in Mortal Kombat, but I don't think it's this particular cowboy.
No, I think we're looking at Red Dead here.
I think you're probably right on that.
Right. I think. I think we know who this is too.
Well, this is someone from Devil May Cry, or Contra, or Bloodborne, or Skyrim.
I believe that is Dante, and I believe he's from Devil May Cry. But I guess I could be wrong because it could be somebody.
You may be right, but I can't remember.
I think that's Dante.
Games. So we could,
all right. I thought that was Dante.
All right. So who's this? Are they from Half-Life 2, Uncharted? Now that looks pretty advanced for the Uncharted game. I mean, they play a little bit loose with history and reality, but I don't know if ARM canon really fits into the Uncharted universe. Little Big Planet it would, though. So or Metroid.
Is that? I think that's Metroid.
Yeah, it's got to be Samus from.
Yeah, that looks like Samus.
Yeah. All right.
Who do we got here?
From Batman: Arkham Asylum, Call of Duty, Gears of Phoenix. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Or Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers.
Is it?
I don't know who that. I don't know who
I
this
don't
guy
know.
is.
You know what? I have no idea who that is, and I have no idea what Gears of Phoenix is. So, do you
Yeah,
want to roll the dice
I
on
think
that?
so. Let's say Gears of Phoenix. Let's see if we're right.
We did
We're
it.
right.
Process of elimination
Yeah,
works again.
that's true. Well,
Well, this is that guy from that game that I haven't played,
yeah,
Mario Tennis,
yep,
or Kingdom Hearts, possibly,
yeah.
or Tomb Raider, or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. He does look a little bit like a skater.
He could be a
Type
skater boy.
Definitely got the aesthetics going to that. But I'm pretty sure that that's a Kingdom Hearts guy. I have no idea what their name is.
I can't remember his name, even though I've played the game. But yeah, that is
His name is
100%.
Sora, apparently.
Oh, Sora. Yep.
All right, who's this guy? Let's see. Is he from Mortal Kombat? Kingdom Hearts? A Kingdom Hearts again? Why would they do that? That's
That
weird.
doesn't seem likely.
Clash of Clans or Mass Effect?
I would say Mass Effect, just because the other ones don't sound right to me.
It's definitely. I think is Garrus or something from this. Yeah,
All right.
Garrus Vicarian. That's a really good set of games too. That just had like a re-release, remaster, whatever.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Call it with like updated textures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't played through the new version or anything, but I probably will get it at some point because those are good games.
Yeah.
Let's see, what is this guy from?
I wonder. I
this a
wonder.
little bit. I mean, Soul Calibur, maybe. I don't know at this point. Super Mario Kart, probably not. Madden, that would be. I would
play that Madden. I would play that Madden.
I would play that game or watch that. Sport.
Yeah.
Sport. I guess at that point, I don't even know what you would call that.
That's a blood sport.
Yeah. But I'm gonna have to go with Mortal Kombat for our friend Scorpion. Let's see, we were talking about this one too.
Oh yeah.
Are they from Silent Hill, Wii Sports, Guitar Hero, or Portal?
Portal.
That is GLaDOS from Portal. So let's. How long is this quiz? It's longer.
It seems like a very long quiz.
It really is. All right, Resident Evil, Warcraft 3, Psychonauts, or Kingdom Hearts?
I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't look like Kingdom Hearts
aesthetically
at all. It's definitely not Psychonauts, and it looks too fanciful for Resident Evil. So I'm going to have to go with Warcraft 3 from like a cutscene of some kind.
Yeah,
that I don't remember. I don't because like Warcraft 3 gameplay doesn't look like that.
Yeah,
so it would have had to have been from a cutscene of some kind.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
just try to burn through these here. Mass Effect, Bloodborne, Okami again, whatever that is, or Clash of Clans.
Definitely.
I've seen that commercial often enough. It's definitely Clash of Clans.
Yes.
We got Tracer from Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
There's the blocky
There's
fellow.
Minecraft.
There's the Steve, I want to say.
Steve
from Minecraft. Steve, yay.
All right, Steve. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
My kid's playing a lot of Minecraft these days,
Yep.
so there's a lot of Minecraft videos floating in my brain, unfortunately. All right, who is this guy from? He's from classic Prince of Persia stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say classic.
Like not
the original, but the 3D remake.
Yeah,
those were unfortunately great. Because we're old is still the classic one.
I know,
and not the original one that's like ridiculous 2D nonsense from the early like 92, maybe even earlier. I don't even.
Boy, I don't remember any of them past like when they were like the 3D style.
It's crazy. See, this guy is from.
I think he's from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Might be. He's definitely from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yeah, right.
That's Bowser. He's Bowser.
This
one is
seems real evil looking.
He's not from Call of Duty or Madden.
Nope.
Seems a little ominous for Little Big Planet. So let's go with Warcraft 3. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right, what do we got here? Silent Hill, Soul Calibur, Assassin's Creed, and BioShock.
Boy. BioShock? I think I want to say BioShock.
Yep.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's one of the big daddies from BioShock.
Yeah.
Of course. That's a lemming. So I'm gonna have to go with Lemmings, I guess.
Makes
How long
sense
is
to
this
me.
quiz? This is stupidly long. Let's see. I guess Planescape Torment just from process of elimination here because it's not Tomb Raider or Wii Sports or Kingdom Hearts.
True.
I don't think it might be Kingdom Hearts. I guess.
No, what that doesn't look like Kingdom Hearts.
But,
Kingdom Hearts would be like a cartoony Disney
okay,
villain.
that's Bayonetta. This is just a picture of some guy, so that's interesting.
difficult.
I don't know what a commie is.
Yeah, why don't we go with that one?
I mean, it could be a picture from BioShock too. I don't have any idea.
God. We just had BioShock though, so I don't think they give it to us.
Okay, let's go Okami and see if we got it wrong. Oh, our first wrong answer. We failed.
So what one was it from?
Failed BioShock.
Oh, so
This
just
is
feel
weird.
betrayed.
There's a bunch of Yoshis.
There's that's
from
the game.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yoshi's Island.
Damn right.
That's Ratchet and Clank because the new one is coming out in a couple of weeks, and that'll be fun. Castlevania. Oh, Beyond Good and Evil. That's a good game. Supposedly, the sequel is still coming out eventually at some point. It's been in development for 100 years.
Oh, wow. Was this Mr. Crash Bandicoot?
I believe that is Crash Bandicoot, yes.
All right. Oh,
that's Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
Which isn't one of the options, but I guess he is a Pokemon, so we'll go.
I guess we'll go with that. Yeah. Oh, Duke Nukem Classic.
Duke Nukem.
The first video game that your parents didn't want you to play.
I'm still surprised that Duke Nukem Forever actually got released.
Yeah.
All right, this is Spyro. Yeah, it's a very fuzzy picture of Spyro. I don't know why they would do that. That's Mass Effect.
Yeah. Mr. Pac-Man. Oh boy, is that?
Oh yeah, no, that's Ganondorf or whatever. Yeah,
okay.
All right. This doesn't. It's definitely not Psychonauts or might be Bloodborne. I guess in theory. I don't know. It's been a while. That feels Resident Evil-y to me.
Yeah, it looks Resident Evil-y to me too.
Yeah,
all right.
Excellent.
That's got to be Mortal Kombat. That looks like
Kombat. That's Sonic.
that's clearly Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic Underground.
What a. Oh, that's Ken. That's Ken from Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. We're getting to the end finally.
Well, they start throwing softballs at us at the end.
Right, the middle is where all the obscure.
Right.
All right. This is from Guitar Hero.
Yep. Oh, there's my boy.
Your boy. Okay, so Uncharted. There we go. 98% because we got that one question wrong because we picked at random.
But you know that answer was on there so many times that it felt like we needed to use it at least once, and we failed.
And they had 2 BioShocks in a row just to trip you up.
Just to screw us. That's all right.
Terrible.
We like getting screwed.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Depends on the context.
Yeah.
If it's Yoshi.
Yeah. We're good. And he's going to eat us out, so.
Well, that was a long quiz, but that was fun.
It was fun. It was a good time. And it turns out between the two of us, we know a lot about video games.
Who would have thought?
I know. Who would have thought that?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun, BJ. Do you have any more questions or anything that you would like to talk about for the next couple of minutes?
I don't think I have anything. I think that we've covered everything.
Excellent. So we'll end this just like me and Kellen usually do by slowly petering out when we realize that we have nothing left to talk about. And we don't have long enough to go to actually get into any real discussion. So we just decide to end it a couple minutes early because that's less awkward for everybody.
I think that's okay. I think that's how you roll.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. Since Kellen couldn't make it, I know it was a little bit short notice and weird, but it's a good time.
It was a good time, and I'm always at the ready. So whenever you need me, you just let me know.
Excellent. Good. I'll start the paperwork firing Kellen, and it'll be great.
Thanks for having me, Brad.
Thanks for coming, and thanks everyone in the chat. Do all the YouTube things. Whatever. I fail at marketing all of that nonsense. Click the things. Dude, there's a bell now. I don't know. Whatever. You know how YouTube works. And see you next week, everybody.